All right. Hello, world, and welcome to my phone. Look at that. Looks like the sun is rising here on a cold Chicago morning, but that is here nor there because this tutorial is about me showing you how I have solved for inflation and how everything in my life gets cheaper over time by using Strike and Bitcoin. So I've opened my Strike app, and the first thing you'll notice is that I do have the hidden balance feature enabled. I'm going to head over to my cash. I'm going to shake my phone to enable my balance quickly and show you all and prove to the world that I do, in fact, own $0 and I live my life without owning any dollars and all on Bitcoin. Okay, let me shake my phone once more, hide my balance, and now we're going to click the icon in the top right of the screen, the profile icon, and head into my profile. Boom, here we are. Here's my account. There you can see my username. And if I scroll down just a bit, the section we care most about here is the banking section. And within banking, you can see two features, bill pay and direct deposit. This is how I live my life on a money that averages over the last 10 years going up 60+% every single year. How everything around me gets cheaper and how I avoid the money that's getting debased, that faces inflation and makes everything more expensive as life goes on for everybody else. Now, let's click into direct deposit and figure out how I get paid in Bitcoin. So when you open direct deposit, you'll see your routing number, your account number, and your bank name. Now, I have mine blocked out for obvious reasons. I can't share that with the world or else you guys will take all my Bitcoins. Right? But when you open it, you'll be able to see it, and it works exactly as you'd expect. You're able to share this information with your employer and say, hey, this is where I want my paycheck, this is where I want my direct deposit, and your paycheck will land in Strike just like any other account. Now, the unique feature and the interesting feature and the feature we care about is at the bottom of the screen, get paid in Bitcoin. When I click that, this feature allows me to set how much of my paycheck I want in Bitcoin. So let's say I want 50-50. Half of it in dollars, half of it in Bitcoin. Totally possible. 25-75, 75-25. You can do whatever you want here. It is your money, your rules. Now, how do I live? And how do I avoid inflation and currency debasement? How do I make everything cheaper in my life? 100% Bitcoin, $0. I don't want any of the currency and the money that only goes down. And I want as much of the money that historically has only gone up over time. So I get 100% of my paychecks in Bitcoin and I get 0 of my paycheck in dollars. And it's really that simple. I can even get a direct deposit form. So let's say I work for Bitcoin Incorporated and I can say, okay, I want 50% of my paycheck into Strike, let's say, or I want $500 of my paycheck into Strike, let's say, or what I do is the full paycheck into Strike. So let me add my signature. Look at that handwriting. Beautiful. And boom, Strike will even create a direct deposit form for you if your employer requires that. And let's see who I've been texting. I can share it to Matt Odell, Dylan, my best friend, chief of staff. There's my girlfriend. It's really that easy, guys. It really is. And so that is how I get paid 100% of in Bitcoin. That's how I get up. I go to work every day. I contribute to this world and I get compensated in Bitcoin, in the money that protects me and that goes up over time, and not dollars, the money that they print and that goes down over time. Okay, easy enough. Now, we're getting paid in Bitcoin. How do we pay for things? How do I live my life? Do I live on gift cards? Do I only shop at the coffee shop in the grocery store 30 miles away from my house that accepts Bitcoin? No, absolutely not. So let's click into the bill pay section. So when you open bill pay, what you'll see is very similar. You'll see your routing number, your account number, your bank name. Again, I've got this blocked out for obvious reasons, but when you click into it, you'll be able to see yours. Now, the unique part is at the top. Pay bills with, and I have mine set to Bitcoin balance. You can set this to cash balance. You could pay bills with your dollars on Strike. Absolutely. You could do whatever you want. Now, I don't. I can't. Actually, I don't own any dollars, so that wouldn't even be possible. But for the sake of this tutorial, let's walk through the Bitcoin balance. And it works exactly as you guys would think. you can attach this routing number and this account number to your credit card, to your HOA, your mortgage, your electricity bill, anything you need to pay. And Strike will allow you to pay these bills with your Bitcoin. It's really that simple. So how do I live my life? I spend on credit cards. The credit card's an amazing product for me because I get to spend dollars without ever having to actually own them. And I'm getting cash back, Napa Valley wine, free flights, access to lounges, concert tickets. I'm getting amazing rewards. I'm spending dollars without ever actually having to own them. And I'm able to pay off the bills that I owe with Bitcoin while keeping all of my savings and all of my money and all of my paychecks in Bitcoin, a money that just goes up and works in my interest. So let me show you guys an example. I have a credit card bill that I wanted to pay off for you all. So I'm going to open my Apple Wallet. Boom, here's my Apple Card. So I spent a little over $1,500 on this card. And it's a pretty good card, honestly. It's 1% to 3% cash back on everything, unlimited. So you can see down here, I did some Christmas shopping, Amazon, 1% cash back, Uber Eats. Those are some steaks that are getting delivered later today for me to cook up throughout the week, 3% cash back. Pretty sweet, not too shabby. And when I want to pay it, I click pay more. And let's see, it's going to allow me to pay $844 off of the existing balance. And when I click to pay, what you'll recognize is that Cross River Bank account. This is my Strike account, and this is me paying my bill with Bitcoin. So I'm going to double click to pay, processing, and boom, done. I've just paid my credit card with Bitcoin. So Visa, MasterCard, Amex, these things are accepted everywhere. I can shop wherever I want. I can do wherever I want. I pay my HOA. I pay my credit cards. I pay my electricity bill. I live my life as I always have, except I protect myself and I avoid inflation and I avoid everything in my life getting more expensive, and I enable and unlock my future and empower myself by allowing everything to get cheaper just by simply living on Bitcoin and not a fiat currency. So whether it's housing or food or cars or vacations, anything you're interested in gets cheaper over time if you're on Bitcoin, and more expensive over time if you're on dollars. The last thing, taxes. I understand it. Taxes can freak people out. How do taxes work with Strike? Guys, it's so simple. So we do all the taxes for you. So I'm going to click back into my profile. We're going to scroll past banking and into this account section here. And within account, you'll see a section called documents. When I click into documents, boom, there are my account statements and my tax documents. So it's really that simple. Strike's going to calculate all the taxes. It's no big deal. You know, people get afraid of capital gains tax, but if you have a capital gains tax, that means you avoided the true tax, which is currency debasement, which is the dollar going down. That means your Bitcoins went up. And what we built at Strike is just software that accounts for all of this. It makes it super easy and super simple. So if I click into my tax documents, there's my 1099-B. So Strike will create this for me. I share it with my accountant. I share it with my tax software, whatever that is for you. And it's just as easy as before Bitcoin existed. It really, really is. And here are all my account statements. If you need to do any singular accounting, look at specific months, look at specific transactions, you have your entire account statement history in there, and it's just that easy. And guys, that's really it. Listen, look, Strike is a fully functional, fully regulated, fully compliant Bitcoin wallet. So you can see here, I can send Bitcoin to Bitcoin address over the Lightning Network to my Lightning address. So right before I need to pay a bill, I just go into cold storage, I go into a Lightning node, and I send Bitcoin to Strike, and I live my life fully on Bitcoin without ever needing US dollars. Now, if you want US dollars, you can sell the Bitcoin. You can pay bills from dollars. You can split your paycheck 50-50. It's totally up to you. But Strike enables you to not have to rely on fiat currency and not have to have exposure to the money that only goes down, and maximizes your exposure, if you want it, to the money that historically has only gone up over time. So that's all I got. It's really that easy. It's not science. It's not super complicated. And that's how I live my life, 100% on Bitcoin while owning 0 US dollars. Thanks for watching. Peace.